day for us because we are going to begin working with broadcast journalism, and we're going to be weaving in some of the interview not interview questions, but interview information that we learned last week, good strategies for preparing for interviews, as well as the benefits of asking open-ended questions. So I'm going to kind of merge these two ideas to practice with broadcasts this week. If you are in person on cohort A or B, you will be working with classmates to interview each other so that you have footage to work with for next week's project. If you are cohort R, I'm going to allow you some flexibility with interviewing some friends if you are able to get a few to jump on board by sending you some videos or interview responses via cell phone, texting, or email with you. For today, though, we are going to get the basics, okay? You're going to see a link in Google Classroom called asbclassroom.com. ASB is the Academy of Scholastic Broadcasting. They have great resources, okay? You're going to see a button that says Student Login, and you're going to click it. Oh, it already logged in. I didn't want it to do that. It probably remembers because I just did it. It should prompt you for a password there. The password is going to be TOPO, T-O-P-O, all lowercase, okay? Once you get into there, you're going to see that there's a whole page worth of courses, okay? Now, we are going to be not watching all of these, but picking and choosing from some as we do these opening activities today. All right, they're divided into sections, okay? And you're going to see that I've created a Google form for you in which there are questions for each of these sessions, okay? And the reason that's important is because Google Forms have to be done in one sitting. Therefore, it's important that you kind of know what you're doing once you start it because you won't be able to go back and finish it later. These individual video sections are not long. They're maybe 2 to 3 minutes tops, and we will not be doing all of them. You're going to refer to the list I provide you in the Google Classroom posting, as well as I'll make reference on the Google form in the various sections. So you'll click on Introduction, for example, and you'll see a video link here, and you're going to hit play. I'll let it play out so you can see how it happens. Oh, I don't hear sound.
Volume 1 of the Video Coach Shooter's Guide, Fundamentals. The Shooter's Guide is here to teach you how to shoot like a video journalist. We've broken this professionals use for shooting machines.
Okay. One thing that is important to remember, especially if you're someone who's taken digital cinema before, is that not everybody takes journalism with the same background when it comes to video work. And so it's important to realize that going through these essentials are valuable. Secondly, digital cinema is not the same as journalism. Some of the special effects that you may have used last year in programs like Final Cut Pro, or even some of the special effects that we see in our online platform this year, WeVideo, are not special effects that we will necessarily use for a standard news package. And that's important to realize that journalism is about capturing reality, okay? Now, there are some strategies for good framing. The rule of thirds will come up again, giving nose room or talking space to any of your interview subjects. There's a lot of overlap you'll see from maybe things you shot in digital cinema. However, it is important that you realize that, editing and manipulating reality is not the job of a journalist, so therefore the approach is a little different. Attached to the classroom assignment will be questions that go with each of these assigned videos that I put out for you today. We'll touch on them briefly if you're an in-person, when you come in the next time you're in person, but you will also, if you're a Cohort R person, get some special guidelines for the second part of this week with what to do. I think that's all I need to tell you about that today. Cohort R and B and A. You guys will get some detailed options about your work tomorrow, so be looking for that. Reach out to me with questions. At this point, I am still pretty behind on grading, but the pressure's on because progress reports are due this week. You will see that I will offer you an extension to do any of your missing assignments without any penalty, because you may not have known you were missing it, and goodness knows the first few weeks have been a whirlwind. For whatever it's worth, I have made progress. I've updated 3 out of my 5 classes, and so you guys are next. But take a look in Classroom to see if there's anything that says missing that you can turn in on in the meantime. And yeah, Cohort R students, there will not be any Google Meets this week due to the modified schedule. Monday was a holiday for all, so no school classes were held. Therefore, they are skipping the Wednesday all remote day, which is the day that they normally provided for us teachers to meet with you one-on-one. That does not mean I'm unavailable to you, though, so please don't hesitate to send me an email at sgurst@hamiltonschools.org. And we can set something up to have an in-person discussion, well, in person, face-to-face via Google Meet, or just with your questions regarding your coursework.